Hello, and thank you for joining me in this session, in which I'm going to be exploring how we can unleash the power of e-marketing within Sage CRM. Specifically, that's the integration with MailChimp. I'm Jeff Richards, and I'm the head of training program development, and I'm really pleased to be with you here on the BAASS Connect conference. But I'm going to switch over now into my presentation, so hopefully the technology will all work. I've managed to get the presentation up and working, which is all good. So this is Unleash the Power of eMarketing. Now, MailChimp is an email marketing solution that's integrated with Sage CRM to let you create online campaigns, send campaign emails, and then track those campaign results. You can certainly send automated marketing emails from all originating from within Sage CRM and then view those statistics about how the different recipients have interacted with the email so that you can analyze how effective your campaign has been and so launch new campaigns. Well, MailChimp is a e-marketing or marketing platform that helps you manage and talk to all of your contacts, all of your clients, customers, and all of the subscribers to your different audience lists. So here we can think in terms of contact via email and social media. And MailChimp provides beautifully designed campaign templates and offers powerful data analysis for all of those interactions. Now, although Sage CRM has good inbuilt email capabilities to allow for regular contact with customers, it isn't a dedicated email platform. The thing is, MailChimp makes sure that you're following standards for sending commercial emails automatically, and it manages itself the email list or audience automatically. Automatically as well. In other words, if a contact wants to opt out of your regular email, then they just have to click a link in your email, and then they'd be automatically removed. And this is all a question of email address reputation. You have a danger if you're just working with Sage CRM and you're doing bulk emails from within Sage CRM. If you're repeatedly sending bulk emails, then, and especially when you're going from your own email server, then you could run the risk of having your email address shut down essentially by your own internet service provider or your own gateways for what looks like spammy practices. MailChimp is trusted within the email community, and they make sure that there's no funny business going on when it comes to whitelisting, blacklisting, whatever of your email address. So for bulk email marketing, using MailChimp is the best way to ensure that your reputation is protected. This then is the heart of why Sage CRM has the integration with MailChimp. We want to bring all of the key strengths of MailChimp into Sage CRM and merge that information with the single view of the customer that Sage CRM provides. And the integration provided by Sage CRM allows users to create Sage CRM contacts as subscribers within a single MailChimp audience, to create new targeted email marketing campaigns within Sage CRM, to send the campaign and automatically add a communication record into the relevant records in Sage CRM. So you can view a list of sent MailChimp campaigns in Sage CRM and gain valuable insight into the results. So who's clicked what, who's opened, what emails have bounced, etc., and more. And you can then further segment the lists and groups in Sage CRM based on the responses so that you can create further campaigns. Now, Sage CRM exists in an integrated environment. You can create groups of contacts in Sage CRM that will be sent to MailChimp from your own accounting system information. And that can lead to not just email campaigns being sent, but also driving out social media campaigns to Facebook, to Instagram, and to Twitter to reach an even wider audience. Now, as I go through this presentation, I'm going to show you how to get MailChimp ready for the integration. So I'm going to talk about things like the application keys, API keys rather, and set up a mail list or audience, how to set up the integration within Sage CRM so it's tied to that MailChimp audience and to your MailChimp account, how you go through and authorize the different users inside Sage CRM to use that MailChimp features, to create a group in Sage CRM and then add it as a segmented list within inside MailChimp, to create a campaign in Sage CRM and send to MailChimp, and then finally review those campaign results in Sage CRM and then consider the way in which we can create further groups from the responses that the email campaign generated. So let's consider how we get MailChimp ready for the integration. You're going to need to make sure that you've generated an API key and identified the audience to which Sage CRM is going to send contact details. Those are going to become the new MailChimp audience subscribers. So you need to have your own MailChimp account and an audience already created. You can see I've created mine already. You'll need to create this ahead. It doesn't create, the integration doesn't create the audience for you, and you'll probably need to do some field tidying up within the default audience that MailChimp creates. This is because Sage CRM sends a very specific set of fields to MailChimp when the integration is configured. So just check the documentation for that. Now you're going to need to open the admin menu, and you're going to go in, select the account. The API keys are going to be found underneath the extra menu option, and you can see the API key that you'll need to use for the integration set up inside Sage CRM. Now, if you don't have a key already set up, then there will be an option for you to create that one as well. So you'll need to copy that into when you look at it, because you'll never remember it, you'll just have to copy it into a text pad or something, just so temporarily you've got that. To find the audience ID, you need to go across to look at the audience and then follow it down into the settings for that audience, and then you'll find that this is where you'll get the unique ID for the audience ID. Now that's it's small text, so maybe overlooked, so you'll need to go and find that so you can then use it. Now I then need to go ahead and start the process of entering the details. So you navigate back into Sage CRM, you go into administration, email and documents, and here this is where you're going to enter the API key and the audience ID to which you're going to do the connection. Now you can see that this system has been successfully implemented and the connection now exists, and so the configuration can have a few automatic changes made to the system, and you'll notice that this includes the addition of the MailChimp campaign option within the My CRM menu. And I'm going to look at now authorizing additional users to access the MailChimp features. Here you can see I've navigated into the user administration area, and now I need to look for a user. There I've searched for Susan May, and I've clicked open her user record, and I can edit the user and scroll down, and then I can change the option. Right down the bottom of the screen in the My CRM in this area, you'll see that I can enable MailChimp now. And if I just change that and save it, you can see that it's listed there as Enable MailChimp. I've created a group in Sage CRM, and you can create groups based on persons, companies, and leads. And whenever this is sent to MailChimp, it's going to add this into your subscriber list as a set of subscribers. And so this will then become the segment that is used for the campaign. Now, I've made sure that the contacts here had email addresses that I could access and open and click into to see how MailChimp and Sage CRM will report those interactions. Now, Sage CRM itself has a feature to prevent email addresses being duplicated within the contact entities. These are the company, person, and lead. You can't have duplicated email addresses used in MailChimp because the email address is it's the unique key for the audience. Now, this list, 106 people in this particular example, is quite a short list, but it's long enough for our purposes, and so I can send that across. Now, in a system that is integrated, you'll see that there's a button there called Send to MailChimp. Users who have permission to work with MailChimp will see that in their list. And so clicking the button will send the Sage CRM group to MailChimp. And you can see the success of the synchronization as well, displayed in notifications as well. Now, if I switch back into MailChimp, you'll see that MailChimp, this information has now been added as a segment to the audience, and so that's the audience that was originally set up and configured when I created the integration. But once the group has been sent to MailChimp, I can then start to create what's called a MailChimp campaign inside Sage CRM that will then ultimately be sent to MailChimp itself. And this is one of the users who is authorized to use the MailChimp features. They'll find the option underneath the My CRM menu, and just by clicking New, this will allow the user to define the campaign. Now, a campaign consists of a name, and that name is linked to the MailChimp audience segment, and it's going to contain the subscribers that were added to MailChimp when the group was sent from Sage CRM. A campaign needs also to have the name and email address of the sender, and once that's done, it can be saved by clicking the Create Campaign button. And that's going to cause another browser tab to be opened that starts defining the campaign in MailChimp. Now, you may need to make sure that pop-ups are allowed, but if for example you haven't enabled pop-ups within your browser, then for this site, then you'll find that the draft campaign is created even if pop-ups are not allowed. So it's always going to succeed and create the campaign. Now, you can edit the campaign in any way that you like. This is you've got full features to all of the features that you would expect within MailChimp. So this is just now creating the campaign in any way that you like. You can personalize any of the fields within MailChimp with the merge tags, and the Sage CRM documentation has all of the details about the fields that are sent across from Sage CRM into MailChimp. And once you've selected your template, once you've created the email in the way that you want and finished changing the design, you're ready to send the campaign. And so you can send the campaign, and MailChimp is very good at providing you with a prompt to confirm that the email campaign is just about to be started, and is very clear about when the task has been done. So once that's done, we can look at the type of results and reports that we can expect to get back. And within Sage CRM, there's a scheduled job that retrieves the results of the campaign for the MailChimp server. And this job is scheduled by default to run every hour. We start to get the results in, but all of the results are the ones which are based on the information contained within MailChimp. Here I'm looking at the raw, if you like, information from MailChimp about the demographics of your group. You've got all that information, but the core information within Sage CRM is then brought across. Now, if you happen to be very, very impatient, then you want to know almost minute by minute about whether people are reading your emails, and you can also force a fetch of the data by clicking on the refresh button. That's something that you can click on. And there's also an additional full synchronization that runs every 24 hours that fetches data such as opt-outs, and this data is all controlled by the settings. And what you see here is a summary of the information displayed within the MailChimp screens, and this is the information that is displayed about a campaign. You can see how many people have opened the email, who clicked which links within the message, and that's certainly you can drill down into, and how many subscribers bounced and which people chose to unsubscribe as well. So each of these main totals are hyperlinks that can be followed to reveal all of the information about the contacts that you were interacting with within this MailChimp campaign. And so they're all contacts stored in Sage CRM and are known about inside this. So we can see the details of who has interacted with our emails. And if we know that, then we can then get a results set for every campaign that we can then use to create yet another group to match those particular interactions. That group can be saved and sent to MailChimp to create another segment that targets those particular subscribers who are most likely to take the action that you want them to take. Now, I created this presentation with the title Unleash the Power of eMarketing. Well, but this is one integration within a cloud of other possibilities. Sage CRM really allows us to unleash the power of the back office data, that is, through its APIs. And specifically, just thinking about this particular integration, the integration between Sage CRM and MailChimp, you can follow data all of the way from your Sage accounting system into Sage CRM and then onwards into the online campaigns as you create them, and how they are used within beautifully designed emails and social media posts that can then be tracked with those campaign results back into Sage CRM and ultimately back into the accounting system because we'll be creating new orders. You can see that there is a loop that can be closed with the data that originates from within the accounting systems. The automated marketing emails from Sage CRM give you the knowledge about how your customers behave so that you can analyze how effective every campaign has been. And we're back to me, which is good. Now, I do hope that you found that a useful presentation. I rattled through my slides at quite a speed, so we've got some time left. So what I'll do here, what I propose to do is really point out some reminders to you about where you can go for more information about MailChimp. Now, obviously, we've got some cracking resources within the documentation that's there, but we also have within Sage City a whole set of articles and news about MailChimp and about its usage. My colleague David Beard, who's speaking elsewhere in this conference, has also added in a whole set of articles about how you can actually approach effective email or eMarketing campaigns as well. So he's written a whole lot about the way in which you segment your audience, how you can approach the way in which you're going to target for effective sales. So there's a whole stack of resources. That's all up on Sage CRM as well. But as we're talking about MailChimp, it's probably worth just mentioning that we're in the heart of a development cycle. We've just released 2020 R2, but actually we're already knee deep into the different sprints that are leading us on to 2021 R1, and there we've got MailChimp feature improvements inside the integration as well. So we know that we're improving the integration release after release after release, and it's one of our pivotal integrations. It's something that we regard as very important. Now, if you ever want to know more or influence that development path, then working with your partner, BAASS, is a good way of making sure that your voice is heard in what you want from the product and the integration. So chat to the folks at BAASS. They'll be able to then pass that on to us, and we'll be able to hopefully make sure that the features that you want about the integration are reflected inside the product. But thank you very much for listening. I hope that you're enjoying the rest of the presentations. David's, I know, has been very enthusiastic about. My colleague has been very enthusiastic about taking part. I'm really pleased to be here and be with you. Thank you, guys. If you have any questions, hopefully you'll be able to reach me on Sage City or through the guys at BAASS. Thank you, and goodbye.